Okay, Tennessee is playing a lot better. They're not shooting better, but they're playing a lot better. What they did against Oklahoma, what they did against LSU, I liked what I saw. They're working better as a team. I guess the whole Janiah Barker thing kind of has come to a head. No, I didn't think that they would beat Oklahoma. I didn't think they would beat LSU. Common sense here. But they're playing better. They're playing up to what they should have been playing since the beginning of the season. Now, they're going to be hosting Shea Ralph and the Vandy Commodores. It's going to be a fascinating game to watch because Tennessee's getting better. They are. I am looking at these two teams, and one team shooting lights out. The other team is, they can't figure out what they're shooting, honestly. So, Vandy wins this game. They're going to clinch getting a, well, they're already pretty much clinched at getting a first and a second round bye of the SEC tournament. That'll give them some time to rest. If Tennessee's pretty much guaranteed a first round bye. They played good enough. They're going to get a first round bye. This is going to give both teams a chance to rest a little bit before they really get into it. So, we're going to cover who is doing what. We're going to cover these games. Now, Michaela Blake's, Aubrey Galvin, Sasha Washington doing what they need to do. Talisha Cooper, Janiah Barker, and Z Spearman doing what they need to do. These two teams are probably playing their best ball right now. They know now at Tennessee that they've got a backup that they can turn to if something goes wrong. Starting to see how exciting this game could be. I'm even wondering at ESPN. ESPN's thinking some things that I wasn't thinking before. But, you know me, I got to cover this game by the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. You know this. And there's a lot of interestingness about this game. I may not necessarily agree with ESPN on some of this, but, you know, they weren't embarrassed by LSU. They should have been embarrassed by LSU. They weren't. They weren't embarrassed by Oklahoma by any stretch of the imagination. 100-93. They got 73 on LSU. I mean, Flaujae was just amazing in that game anyway. The Ole Miss game, though, they're on a 5-game losing streak. It's, you know, that's the only way to look at this. They're on a 5-game losing streak. That is never good for anybody. Vandy, on the other hand, they're on a 2-game winning streak. The loss to Georgia wasn't really that bad. This is a team that knows their place. So, we're going to cover this. And Vandy's visiting, so we're going to cover them first. So, by the numbers, here we go. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics. Do a little basketball and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Nealon, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it. Now, for Vandy, They're scoring 84.8 points a game. They're allowing 64.3. 47% field goal percentage, 76.6 free throw percentage, and 36.4 3-point percentage. Those are good numbers. Those are actually getting close to the elite numbers. Close, but not there. They're making 9.73 points a game. They've got 19.4 assists. Now, I prefer 20, but 19.4 is not bad at all. They're showing that they're working as a team. Yahoo has them at 32.3 rebounds a game, 36.3 for ESPN, 12.6 turnovers, 4 blocked shots per game. That's lower than the average, but 12.6 turnovers, it's not bad. And they're getting 11.4 steals. You can't talk Vandy without talking Michaela Blakes. I love watching Michaela Blakes, I do. 34.6 minutes, 26.9 points, 3.8 rebounds. She leads in points and steals, by the way. She's back up to having 3 steals a game. In other words, she knows what she's doing and can play on both offense and defense. 2.9 turnovers, though. That's way too high. But considering all she does, it's, you can forgive it. 46.3 field goal percentage, 34.9 3-point percentage, and 85.6 free throw percentage. Aubrey Galvin leads in assists. 34.1 minutes a game to 12.6 points, 3.3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2.7 steals, 0.1 blocks, 2.6 turnovers. Yet again, little high, but all she does for the team, hey, 41.8 field goal percentage, 31.6 3-point percentage, and 82.1 free throw percentage. Not as good as shooting, doesn't get as many points, but she gets the ball to where it needs to be. Plus, she works on defense. Justine Passat, 29.2 minutes a game, 11.7 points a game, 4.6 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 0.4 steals, 0.8 blocks, 1.3 turnovers, 44.8 field goal percentage, 43.9 3-point percentage. So you get the ball out to her when it's at 3-point line. 80% free throw percentage. Sasha Washington, who leads in rebounds, 10.3 points. She's in there 23 and a half minutes. 10.3 points, 7.5 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.8 blocks, 1.4 turnovers, 57.7 field goal percentage, 67.1 free throw percentage, but she doesn't make 3-point percentage or 3-point shots. Aubrey Galvin, Michaela Blake's probably both a little tired. Justine Passat also been on the courts a lot this season. But you look at what they're doing, and they're doing great. This team's got a decent defense. I mean, they're allowing decent, but not strong. They're allowing 64.3 points a game. They've got scores, but they've got a problem where they're primarily relying on Michaela Blakes. You shut her down, you're having to rely on others. I'm not saying that Michaela Blakes isn't worth paying attention to. I'm just saying, hey, you shut her down, you win the game. Yes, there are some weaknesses, but there's a lot of strength here. A lot of strength. Now, my Lady Vols, they're scoring 77.4 points a game, but allowing 68.5. That's a little weak sauce. 41.2 field goal percentage. I'm not liking that number. 66.2 free throw percentage, 31.1 3-point percentage. They're making 9.6 3-pointers a game. 14 assists. I don't like that number at all. They're not playing as a team as much. They're doing better now, but on average, they're only getting 14 assists a game. 36.3 rebounds according to Yahoo, and 40 rebounds according to ESPN. 15 turnovers a game. 3.7 block shots, 10.8 steals. Their defense is being a little weak, or it got a little weak there. Now, Talisha Cooper still leading in points, 26.5 minutes a game. She leads in points, assists, and steals. 15.9 points, 4.9 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 2.7 steals, 0.3 blocks, but 2.9 turnovers. 42.6 field goal percentage, 34 3-point percentage, 68.9 free throw percentage. Janiyah Barker, who they left behind when they went to Oklahoma, leads in rebounds, 23.6 minutes a game, 13.9 points, 6.6 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.9 blocks, 2.4 turnovers, 46% field goal percentage, 36.1 3-point percentage. She's a shooter, 72.3 free throw percentage. Mia Paldo, 23 minutes a game, 10.8 points, 2.4 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1.2 steals, no blocks, 1.5 turnovers, 36.2 field goal percentage, 29.5 3-point percentage, and 85% free throw percentage. Z Spearman, 25.6 minutes a game. She leads in blocks, 10.1 points, 5.9 rebounds, 1 assist, 0.8 steals, 1.2 blocks, 2.4 turnovers, 37.7 field goal percentage, 24% 3-point percentage, 60.9 free throw percentage. Now, the key for Tennessee, they've got to work more as a team. They've got to get those assists in. Got to work on turnovers. When you got 3 players, one almost at 3, and 2 others that are over 2 turnovers a game, not a good look, especially when there's 3 of the main players. Blocks, they need to get better at blocking. So, steals, I'm not got a problem with it. They probably could do that a little bit more, but blocking, assist, and turnovers, those are the 3 things I'd work on. Not to mention I'd work on shooting. 41.2% on field goal percentages is not good. Neither is 31.1 3-point percentage. This team's working hard. They fixed some of the problems that came out loud against South Carolina. They've had a meltdown. This is a game that's going to be fighting hard. Problem is, they're going to be bouncing up against Shea Ralph's Vandy to be trying to do this. This has not been an easy end of the season. They didn't deserve to be, or they don't deserve to be ranked. They're 16-11 right now. It's a good team. It is a good team. They just lost cohesion. This game is going to see if what we saw against Oklahoma and what we saw against LSU, if that problem's been fixed. I love that the Lady Vols have had the past 2 games to look better. Even though they didn't win, they looked better. They were getting more into what Kim Caldwell wants from this team. Now, according to ESPN Matchup Predictor, they're saying the Lady Vols have a 52.5% chance to win this game. And Vandy has a 47.5% chance to win this game. And I'm going to tell you something. I disagree with them. And I'm disagreeing with them on my Lady Vols, which should show you what I think of this game. I love my Lady Vols. I do. I love my Lady Vols. The problem with this game is they're going up against yet another team that has a decent defense, not a great one, not an elite one. They've got a decent one. They're going up against a team at the same time that is a fighting team. Lady Vols, I think, are a great team. I do. I think that they lost their way and they're just now finding it again. that helped them get a first round bye. I want to see what's going to happen in the first round of the SEC tournament. Actually, yeah, I want to see what happens at the end. I want to see what happens, but I still don't think they belong in the NCAA tournament. I think this is going to be anchored down because Shay Ralph's got her Vandy Commodores going great. And I think they're only going to be getting better. Michaela Blake, Sasha Washington, Aubrey Galvin, those three players are just too amazing at too many things. Adding in Iona Mitchell, adding in Justine Passat, and so many others. Lady Vols, I'm still sitting here going, I don't see it yet. I don't see it. Janiyah Barker, Talisha Cooper, Z Spearman have have done a lot this season, but I'm not seeing it with them. The only reason that I can see them being able to win this game is if they wear out Vandy. That's the only thing that I can see happening here, is that they wear down the three main stars of Vandy and they just keep being relentless about it. That's the only way I can see the Lady Vols winning this game. I love my Lady Vols, but this season has been nothing but a disappointment for me. If they can win this game, hey, I'm going to love it. It's Vandy. Of course I'm going to love it. If you follow me on the football side, George Capago is somebody that I know a lot about, and he got us hating Vandy on the football side, and on the basketball side, I love my Lady Vols, and this is Vandy. So, this has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Hey folks, before you leave, if you can't become a member via my YouTube channel, which that's for my thinker, I've also got sports. I've got a Patreon. If you really want to help me out, I would be much appreciated. But hey, hitting like, hit subscribe, hit commenting, all those things really help me out. Have a good day.